Hey, it's Bill Walsh with Success Television. We're so excited to have a very special guest, someone that travels the world, speaks on helping companies create more income, have more success, and someone you definitely want to have at your next event. Philip Hecht, how are you?
I'm good, Bill.
Thanks for being on the show, man.
Thanks for having me.
I know your schedule's so busy, but I know you do get a chance to speak a lot and talk a lot, but I know you've got an incredible background. Maybe if you could just share with some of our promoters and some of the folks that run all these really amazing events, who is Philip? What's a bit of your story?
Oh, sure. For 30 years, I've been in technology and consulting. I've worked, as you said, with some of the largest organizations, some of the most powerful organizations, 100 foreign governments.
Wow.
The UN, the World Bank, I was telling you earlier, had offices in both those places, and all the big names, Amex, Citi, AT&T, etc. So I was an executive at AT&T, and I was a partner in technology in Accenture, and I finally said, 200, 300,000 people, it's time for 12.
Yeah.
And what I've done is I've really put ourselves in a great position. 6 partners and myself. We have this great firm called Above Par Consulting. And again, for golfers, you got to turn it upside down. It's below par, but it's really reaching for peak performance based on years of global experience helping those types of organizations.
And so when you do speak at these events, what are a couple of the key things you'll speak about?
Well, we believe, PAR was a bit of a play on words, but it's really our founding principles in peak performance. We believe it's performance, analytics, and resiliency. So performance is really a discipline and a mindset. How do you unpack and unbundle some of the challenges that really are strangleholds on organizations, enabling them to reach for the top 1% performance, right? We think analytics is a deliberate, data-driven philosophy that helps really make informed decisions rather than the other way around, which is usually writing policy and then behaving and reacting to the policy, right? And then finally, resilience. We believe in enterprise resiliency. And enterprise resiliency is really embedding a safety culture and a culture of high performance within the enterprise. So no matter what challenges you face, whether it's market, competition, or a natural disaster, the culture exists in the company to stretch and keep going.
And what would you say, I guess, who is your perfect customer for that?
Well,
what audience are really perfect for you to speak to on a regular basis?
Well, I appreciate that. We are a perfectly aligned middle market organization that reaches into the lower end of the high end of the market.
Sure. So normally these are companies probably doing what kind of revenues?
Oh, anywhere from $25 to $500 million.
Right. And normally, how big is the organization?
Well, for example, we'll do a hospital chain, right? They could have 30,000 employees, right? But we can work applying those principles, and we could save 50% of operational expense in certain disciplines.
And I know also you offer, a lot of times you'll take a good look, a snapshot look.
We will.
On a consulting side, and then see if you can serve them or not.
That's correct.
And really for what you do, that's a massive value. So once again, someone's plugged into a webinar, or a teleseminar, or a conference, an association event, just those few tips you give them could probably save some of these organizations millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars. We start out, we call analytics a bridge between the two disciplines, between performance and resiliency, and we start out doing a real deep dive in analytics, and our team has developed a philosophy and a methodology, and we'll probably come up with 4 times the average analytics, on an organization.
And those really are the results. So what are some of the other results, if you said, even from just listening to your talk, what would be a couple of results that the audience would take away from those?
Oh, that's great. We would learn how to create a roadmap to a high-performing organization. We'd show you what being a resilient enterprise is really like. We'd show you what embedding a safety culture and a culture of high performance in an organization really looks like, and how you bridge that gap from where you are.
And so once again, if you're looking for a great speaker that'll help you take your company from here to where you know it's supposed to be, Philip is definitely your guy. So if they wanted to get in touch with you to book you to speak at one of the events, how would somebody get in touch with you?
Well, it's really easy. philipmhecht.com, or it's probably that way in the picture, or 917-488-5840.
Man, thanks so much for being on Success Television. You rock.
Great to see you.
Keep up the great work. We'll see you soon.
Thanks so much.
Once again, Bill Walsh, you're going to love him at one of your events.